are live.
We're live.
Where are we?
On location. We are with Ryan from Kamloops in his studio.
In the studio.
Complete with like green screen, the infamous Ryan from Kamloops sign, the infamous Ryan from Kamloops
I'm here too,
himself, because otherwise it would be weird for us to be hanging out in his basement right now, which is actually where the studio is. I guess
If he
maybe
didn't have a show, it'd be kind of weird if we were just hanging out for no reason.
That would also be weird, but it would also be weird if he did have a show, but also he wasn't here, and he didn't know we were in his basement.
And maybe that's the first behind-the-scenes tidbit we could give.
Sure.
Is that the studio is just the basement.
It's just the basement.
Just the basement.
It's not Hollywood. I know it looks like it.
It's just the end of a hallway where there was a bunch of crap sitting, and now it's a studio.
Now it's a studio with different crap.
Yeah, with my $1 off Facebook Marketplace desk.
That's the best way to deck out a studio, I think. Facebook Marketplace, get a good deal.
This green screen I got off Facebook Marketplace for like $10 off a local realtor. She was just done with it, put it on there. I bid $10, I think, and it's got like wood attached to it. It's solid, like it's good.
How did you come up with your branding? Like, I like the simplicity of Ryan from Kamloops and.
Well, Kelsey, I used to live a different life. Okay, I wasn't always Mr. Positive.
Oh my.
I used to be Mr. Quite Negative.
Before we get into that, actually, let's define what Ryan from Kamloops is, just in case people don't know yet.
Oh, right.
We'll start at the end and we'll work our way.
So,
up.
Ryan, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Ryan from Kamloops.
Cool.
And I guess what I'm doing this show, I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to acknowledge that there's a lot of negativity on the internet, in our lives, in our daily lives. We get it. We see it, but I would also like to hear some positive things happening around my life and the city. I'm going to be living here for a while longer, at least. My son's 11.
Right.
So we're here at least till he graduates. So I would like to try to be a positive impact on the city while I'm here. And then maybe I'm here for longer, too.
Who knows?
We might be here forever.
It could be.
And
there are worse places to be forever, I'm
so
sure.
exactly the point of being Ryan from Kamloops is I can just be here forever.
And when you say show, it's like it's a YouTube show?
It's I guess we call it a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram show. It's 15 minutes or less every Monday.
Kind of a short video podcast.
Yeah, I'm really struggling with figuring out what
to call it.
So maybe hit us up in the comments.
Yeah, for sure.
For ideas. Because like people always ask me, what is it? Like I'm calling them episodes. I call it my show. People call it a podcast. But I always attribute podcasts to just audio only. But mine is a visual show. I try to have some visuals. I have guests on.
Well, more and more podcasts are drifting into sort of, including video. And
you're right.
In fact, TELUS STORYHIVE has done funding in the past for video podcasts. And so maybe that's something you can look at.
Call me.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, you have to call them.
I have to call them.
They're a little busy.
All right, well, let's call each other.
They're a little standoffish that way.
Call each other.
But once they get to know you, they're super nice.
Okay, I like that.
We love TELUS.
I'm open to, honestly, like any opportunities. I would like to meet as many Kamloopsians as possible. And if you've got a positive message to say, let's hear it.
So now that we know what Ryan from Kamloops is, we can go to Kelsey's question, which was about your branding, right?
Branding.
Right.
How did I come up with
How
Ryan
did I
from
even
Kamloops?
word that? Yeah.
How did you word it?
It's so simple, you said. Right?
Yeah.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, simple is better.
Yeah.
I think
Right?
so.
It's the old the KISS method, right?
Yeah.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I thought it was keep it simple, sexy.
That's what I thought too. But
only when they're talking to me, Kels. But no, I used to party a lot. I used to run around this city like a madman, and I'd actually went to visit my brother in Banff, Alberta. He lived there, and I was sitting at the bar with my girlfriend at the time, and someone had some photos on the bar, and we're just going through them, and one of these guys had a T-shirt on, and it said Mike from Canmore. And for whatever reason, I just was tickled about this. I wouldn't drop it. My birthday was a few weeks later, and my girlfriend at the time made me a Ryan from Kamloops shirt.
That's hilarious.
So my very first one I think it said, I'm Ryan from Kamloops, BC. It's a little simpler now to drop that just to Ryan.
Yeah.
That's your intro to your show. I'm Ryan from Kamloops.
Yeah.
That's right. So when I was thinking about this idea, I bumped into Nevin Webster, the Loopser, and he really started encouraging me to follow through with it. Like, I told him I had an idea for a positive show, so he said, just do it. And I'm thinking, what do I call it? And I was like, well, what have people called me in the past? Have I ever had a nickname? I'm like, well...
A nickname that you want people to know about.
But maybe I'll just take that, and anyone that knew me as that old Ryan could see me now and see maybe who I am now, right? And see that, like, we can be one thing, and then 10, 15, 20 years later, you can clean up your act, clean up your image, and be a positive influence.
What did you do? Kill puppies? What's so...
No, both of my parents died, and I've had 6 or 5 back surgeries, so I have perspective. I think that's the
you've been through things.
I've been through it all. I've seen a lot.
Yeah, it seems like you're quite healed.
I'm trying to be.
A lot of that
I don't know.
hard
I don't
stuff.
think you ever really all do fully.
Yeah.
But I'm trying every day, and I think that's the message I try to say in the show is like, I put forth the effort every day.
Yes.
I'll forgive myself if I slip up yesterday, and keep moving forward in a positive way as much as I can.
It's how you frame, like, everyone has problems in life. It's how you frame it, and how do you go about it, and how do you solve your problem. And, you could get bitter, you could get better. Well, I totally agree.
I promise I tried doing the, like, I'm mad at the world angle, and, like, you're wrong, I'm right. It gets you nowhere.
Right, and you don't grow.
You don't grow.
Right.
You'll just be in the same spot, and you'll never move. So I tried that for a long enough time. Switched it around, and honestly, I just filmed episode 11 this morning.
Wow.
And so 11 episodes in, I'm already, like, I've met so many awesome people. Got a wall of hats over there, people that have donated their hats to the show for me to wear. Another shout out for the show. If you're a local business, nonprofit, hit me up. I could wear a hat on the show and help promote you.
Not green.
Not green. That's right, Kelsey. You were wearing green again, though.
I know, but is it?
Well, what if the TELUS guy wants to edit in some sweet green screen here?
Yeah.
I don't know. Or put, like, the weather.
Or what if I want to try it before I submit to TELUS?
Well, maybe zip that all the way up and be a floating head.
There you go.
That might be fun too.
Ooh. I'm just getting ideas for Halloween.
Being a floating head.
Oh, we could film something here for Halloween. Absolutely, buddy. I got your back.
Oh, thinking of like holidays and stuff. Are you going to cater your episodes towards more thematic?
I'll say maybe for now.
Episodes.
I skipped right past, like, Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
really remember, and then St. Patrick's Day, like, was on a Monday. My show came out on a Monday.
True.
I didn't remember until I was, like, typing out my little message, so I didn't acknowledge it on the show at all. And, like, that's my fiance's birthday too.
Well, it'd be kind of neat if you dressed up as a bunny for the next episode.
Maybe.
Or,
I'll say maybe.
this fellow who's been, crucified might be a closer look for you, too.
Who?
Jesus.
Oh.
No, we won't go down that route.
Okay.
But maybe a bunny.
Yeah.
But I think I've already filmed the Easter episode, though.
There you go.
We might be too late.
Has it been difficult to sort of maintain that weekly release schedule, like to make sure that you get the interviews done, like to stay focused and make sure that those episodes get out?
No.
No?
Just because I'm off work right now, waiting for the surgery. If, like, this is going to be 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Once I'm recovered and back at work. I'm just doing this in my spare time, like, as a hobby, just to get off the internet, get out of that negativity, right? Like, I was like, I got to be part of the solution here and not part of the problem anymore.
So it's 15 minutes worth of content, but how long does it take you per week? Like, it must vary sometimes depending on...
Should I say really long or really short?
You should say whatever the truth is, I think.
Yeah.
I think everyone's different. Like,
Every week is a little bit different.
I'm getting much better. Like, this week...
More efficient.
Yeah, this week I filmed mine and edited everything in 2 hours. Whereas
Pretty good.
First week, I started editing on, like, Thursday, and I can only do, like, really a couple hours at a time because of my back.
Yeah.
I've got a heating pad behind me here.
Right.
But I did, like, 2
Maybe Archie
hours
can help you.
Thursday, 2 hours Friday, 2 hours Saturday, and I did 2 hours Sunday for the first one because I taught myself all the editing software. And that's something maybe, too, like, I would like to be an influence on people. Like, if you're thinking of trying something new and you don't know anything about it, the internet will teach you so much these days. You just sort of have to take that first step.
Yeah.
And that's always the hardest step for everyone in doing anything new and positive. I always say it takes effort. but like you take the first step and then you're bound to have that other leg swing behind you, and then you're just off to the races. And that's what I did. I had no idea, but I made a post on a Sunday, I think, saying that the following Monday, this is what the show was going to be. And I had no idea how to edit it.
Really?
Yeah, because all of the other things I've done on YouTube, my partner does all the editing. He went to film school. He's a pro. Like, he does this for a living. So for me, I was like, okay, I know it's possible. I'm going to just teach myself.
Because I was going to say, like, one of the benefits of a first episode is that you can kind of take as long as you want to get that first episode together and then release it. But it sounds like you gave yourself a deadline publicly, which was was that intentional to sort of
100%
light a little fire under yourself to
hold yourself accountable.
That's right. Accountability is something that I think we all kind of need in our lives. And being off work, where really my only expectation is to rest. And, I take care of the house a little bit, but I rest. I lay on my back when I'm not doing this. And so I figured I got some time. And
fair enough.
I wanted to do something. And so I was like, I'm going to be accountable to not only myself to do this, but I'm going to put it out to, even if 2 people see this on the internet, those 2 people might be expecting it. And I knew Nevin was one, so I knew he was ready.
Right.
I knew he was needed me to do it. So if it was just me and him watching, hopefully Nevin's watching.
Hey, Nev.
Probably.
Nevin, I don't know. Nev?
I don't know. I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Sorry about that. Forget I said that.
Doesn't he like being called Nev?
I don't know. It just seemed weird.
Just call him Loop.
Seemed weirdly familiar. So, did you start, like, did you have the equipment you needed to do it out of the gate? Did you have to invest in anything? Like, because in my mind, it feels like the concept of doing sort of like a recorded talk show from your basement, even though it's just from a basement, it feels like sort of a big undertaking as far as like the gear you might need. But is that true or not?
Untrue, I think, in 2025.
Yeah.
I think you can, like, people make you believe that you need all the fancy stuff, but you don't. I film everything on my phone.
Same.
I got this is Carrie's laptop she bought like 5 years ago. This is a monitor that was my dad's.
Yeah.
That's probably 15, 20 years ago. That was sitting in a box that I just opened up. I got my tripod from this, what's this, thrift store right over here. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, the Flutter buys or something?
Buys. I got that for $10, my tripod. And I did get some lights, but Carrie bought me those for Christmas last year.
Nice.
And so I got those, and I got myself a microphone and some headphones for podcasting. I'm doing another little side project, too.
Oh, can we learn more?
Well, I guess we'll segue right into that, yeah.
Why not? We'll go all over the place.
Well, I'm working right now with another friend of mine on a wrestling podcast.
Okay.
Whoa.
Professional wrestling, not amateur stuff. Right?
But amateur podcast.
Amateur podcast,
Professional wrestling.
Yeah, honestly, we're trying to again, there's a lot of negativity in the professional wrestling online space. Those that know.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
People are just negative. It's like
Like
they
judging...
don't sometimes
And
realize,
beyond like just the feuds between wrestlers that you would expect.
Well, they sometimes don't realize that it's a television show.
Right.
And so they really think that it's like their favorite wrestler that's their life. And so if they're not the title holder, then it must be whoever the writer is in charge, their fault, they're the worst. And it's just like, how about just enjoy what they're presenting to you? Because they could be presenting nothing.
True, yeah.
I sort of look at it now. Like, I don't see the same sort of thing, or maybe you do online for television shows and stuff, but I usually see a lot of like positive stuff when I'm looking at my favorite TV shows. And so when I look at wrestling online, it's just a lot of negativity.
Yeah.
There is some positive people out there, don't get me wrong, and I would just like to join up with them and be part of that solution. So I called up my other best friend from high school, and he lives in Edmonton now, so we're doing everything remotely as well, and hopefully going to have our first episode out before WrestleMania next week. So
okay, and is WrestleMania going to be the subject of that first episode, or
we'll do WrestleMania, and it's kind of like there's no gambling, obviously, in professional sport, professional wrestling, because it's all predetermined. Yeah, right. It's again a television show, so we know that there's no way they're going to monetize that with like this fan duel and stuff like that. So we're like, what if we did like a fan league, just sort of for fun right now? We gathered 6 of our wrestling friends, and we're all just going to sort of do it together as just sort of like something fun to do. And if other people join up, that would be sweet.
Nice. So is wrestling something you'd like always sort of been interested in, or?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
all big time from the 80s.
Wow, who was your guy?
Oh, I liked Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Oh, good choice.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see that. That's a poster of him down there.
he was on the lizard person movie.
Yeah, They Live.
That's right.
Yeah, good
And
movie.
that's how I know about it.
That's a good movie.
Oh, he's one of the all time greats. So
Yeah.
him and Dusty Rhodes and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock in the 90s. That's where Will and I were really into it.
How come you're not saying Hulk Hogan? Is he not?
Hulk Hogan's the worst. He's not a good man either.
He's kind of, I don't know if he was ever, maybe in the past, but he's
passe, and he's not a good human being
Yeah.
nowadays. So
Oh.
we move on from him.
Oh, that's a different episode.
yeah.
That's not. We're on positivity here.
Exactly. All positive.
forgot.
And that's just it. We can acknowledge that sort of stuff, but we don't need to talk about it.
Exactly.
And that's where we're kind of taking
Yeah,
the podcast.
agree to disagree sometimes, and then just move on by.
But maybe I should talk to. If we're going to talk about that, I want to talk about my my other project.
Sure.
That kind of brought me to Ryan from Kamloops.
Well, because that was another question I was going to ask is like, was Ryan from Kamloops sort of how you initially got involved with content creation, or were you already kind of interested in that before Ryan from Kamloops came up?
Yeah, so I have been always interested. My best friend and I growing up, Chris, we used to make movies on the weekends all the time in high school. We were in drama together. Even like we went to first year university at the Actors Workshop. He continued, I think, her second year, and then he moved to Montreal, did film school. I stayed here, as I said earlier, partied. Wasted some years.
We've all done that.
But it's okay because we learn and we move forward.
Yep.
So, I think it was 2 years now, maybe even longer. Maybe it's been 3 years. I don't even know. But that's how good things have been. We had spent like 20 years where we talked to each other here and there, but nothing really of significance, I wouldn't say. And as I slowed down my partying ways, I was like, what did I used to do for fun? Like, what did I used to do on the weekends before I had a bottle in my hand I was drinking?
Right.
Well, like Chris and I would make movies. And I knew that he had gone through with film school. I knew that he was a professional contractor doing like work like this for a living. Oh, he does he's a phenomenal artist. So he's actually working right now on some posters for this client, and then they asked him to do like 4 more on top of the ones they'd already ordered. So like, he's in demand. He's doing a great job.
Wow.
And so I was like, hey, with technology being what it is, and do you think there's anything we could do? And at the same time, I was like, I'm really sorry if I was ever a bad friend, and I'm sorry that we lost touch. Really just like owned everything. And then he took me a while to formulate it. It was a very long text. And I was like, oh, good. And I hit send. And it was like 2 minutes later, sends back a long text of his own saying basically like, don't worry about it. I'm not mad. I never thought you were a bad friend. I would love to do something.
That's cool.
And then we wrote a script together because we weren't sure what we wanted to do. So we sort of started where we left off. So we have a script kind of in the can for one day. And then we're like, well, what could we do more like so we can see
More immediately, yeah.
Yeah, see our results, And what about sketch comedy? We liked SNL. We think we're kind of funny. We make each other laugh whenever we meet. So we thought we'd try our hand at it. And so we have, I believe, 24 episodes.
Oh, wow. That's quite a lot.
22 or 24 episodes on our YouTube channel right now. They're like a couple minutes long.
What's your YouTube channel called?
Hewe TV. HEWE TV.
Can you
Oh, sure.
show the camera that?
Sure.
Sure, I had the HP logo. Just kidding.
And actually, we're going to show the audience a special little boy. This is,
Archie?
If you notice, I was
Makes-
looking down at the floor. It's because this guy is here.
Archie.
Archie.
Archie is our rescue dog. He hates cameras. The moment you point that in his face, he will not look at you.
Oh, Archie.
If you tilt it back up, I promise he'll look at you.
Mad at me? Oh, don't be mad.
Make sure when you put the tripod back up that you don't have that wall
I
in the
know.
frame.
Anyway, little distraction from me. And
Archie, come here, buddy.
yeah, you gotta warm up my feet, please.
Come.
Dog distraction. Clearly.
It happens like most streams.
If there's a dog around, yeah.
Yes.
We did a stream at a running trail.
I knew
Was the last year, and like there's constantly dogs going down this trail. And you could have put a counter on the video for every time Kelsey just got distracted and watched a dog run by.
Yeah.
There.
Ding.
Could be a drinking
Ding.
game.
Could be a
There's
drinking
5 minutes
game.
of fame here.
Totally.
Even without dogs. Have
Yeah.
a drink every time Kelsey gets
And
distracted.
without alcohol, you can drink milk.
You could, yeah, if you're lactose intolerant and want to have a good time later.
Almond.
Good old soda
Almond
pop.
milk. Yeah, sorry.
So here's something I said on my show that I was going to
Yes.
ask you guys
Oh.
a couple of questions,
You're
right?
turning the table.
I'm going to turn it on you a little bit. Archie and I are now in charge of this.
Okay, all right.
Oh boy.
How did you guys meet?
Well, I made a movie about urine.
No.
No?
Well, you did, but that's not how we met. We both worked on.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We both worked on a short film called Alice.
Alice.
And it's a horror movie about Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
And Todd was the
Editor.
editor. And I was hired as like makeup person, set deck, costume lady. But I really, really, really just wanted to play a demon.
Which you also did.
Which I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you cut a lot of that out.
That was not my fault. That was under direction from the director. That was the one time I was an editor with somebody else's like
Direction.
work to follow. Yeah.
That's fun.
It was a lot of tongue flicking, so yeah, it didn't make.
How many
didn't make
years
it.
ago was that?
Oh,
5?
I don't know. It was before the world flipped upside down.
So yeah, before 2000 then.
Was it before the?
I don't know.
It was during it was during
2020?
COVID. It was during around COVID.
2021 maybe?
I remember
Maybe.
wearing a mask,
Wow.
Yeah, I don't.
and then
Might be
people were like,
2021.
"Why are you wearing a mask?" Bill Gates.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, it could be 2020 because I think our first season of streaming would have been 2022 Summer Crew, right?
Yes,
That's really cool.
but anyway,
Yeah.
I knew that Todd was a strange one, and I was like, I think I'll get along with him.
Yeah, because I had made a film about it was called Pea Soup, and it's
Yes.
about a guy who orders pea soup and gets not quite what he bargained for.
He gets pea soup.
He gets pea soup, yes,
Not pea soup.
not pea soup.
But pea soup.
Yeah, it actually
And I love a good pun, and that's what sold me.
And the film was actually inspired while we were making Alice, and it was just behind the scenes.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but someone was telling this anecdote about pea soup, and someone asked like, "What kind of pea?" And I was like, "Why would you ever feel the need to like specify?" Because it seems to me that if you're at a restaurant, you know the kind you're getting, hopefully.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
then that
not.
made me think like maybe there are times when you're at a restaurant and you really should specify.
Yes.
Well, there's a sweet pea, a sugar pea. Oh, that's the same thing. A garden pea.
Is that on YouTube somewhere? I can
Frozen.
watch
It is on YouTube somewhere. I think probably if you just go to
Type in
YouTube and
pea
search
soup.
Todd Sullivan pea soup, you'll
Sweet.
find it.
I'm gonna watch that.
I messaged Todd saying I would like to work with you
That's awesome.
somehow.
Yeah.
because-
And that was timing wise actually ended up being right around the time that I was pitching to do Summer Crew, which was the original streaming version of what we're doing now. And I didn't have a partner to work with.
There you go.
And
I
here's somebody who immediately was like, "Hey, I wanna work with you." So it's like, "Hey, that's not
Isn't
only
it
do
nice
you
when you meet somebody and you kind of click and things work out and you can make friends as adults.
yeah
Yeah, well, we
that a hard
pretend
thing
really
to do?
good.
yeah we pretend we're friends.
Yeah, we
Oh,
pretend.
stop.
We're actors.
I don't know.
We hate each other.
Just stop.
This is
a
a
positive
work
show,
relationship of
gang.
convenience because we.
Positive show tonight.
Oh right, sorry.
You're friends. I know you are. You don't need
We're
love-
very good
We
friends.
love to hate each other.
nonsense.
It's just kidding.
Nonsense.
So yeah, that was it. And then like since then, it's just been whether it's a short film or whether it's more streaming stuff or whatever. She's sort of the first person I call, and I assume I'm the first person she calls.
That's awesome. Okay, well, hold on one second. I
Yeah.
have actually a surprise guest on the show today.
Right, we've
It's going
heard
to be
about
a
this.
debut of
Okay.
a new segment that I'm going to have on Ryan from Kamloops.
Okay,
It'll be after my surgery's over, probably in the summer,
okay.
and it's going to be called Coop on a Stoop.
Oh wow.
So my son's name is Cooper.
Okay,
And he is going to come out now,
okay,
and he's going to sit on the stoop over there.
okay. Oh, this here.
Yeah.
Is
As
it
long
in
as
the
it's
frame?
in the frame.
to pull it in a little.
Wait, we pull it in a bit. We can move over. We can get a little comfier.
Okay, coupon stew.
And then so he's going to come, and maybe Todd, you can hand him your microphone when he
Sure.
comes in,
Yeah.
and then we'll let him take it over. Hey,
Okay.
Cooper.
Where across the well.
Come here, buddy. It's your turn. Oh, he's a gamer, so we have interrupted the game.
Yeah.
It's Friday night.
Yeah.
So,
What is he playing? Do you know?
you never can tell.
To bust a dance move.
Oh, Coop, can you leave your hat away there, bud? Because it's got your logo on it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, pal.
What are you gaming on right now? What are you playing?
I'm playing Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, see.
Oh, okay.
Come on in, Coop. Grab your
Then
stick.
we're gonna try to get you up
Kelsey,
here.
Get over here.
And well, actually, before you just make sure his head is in the
And
frame,
take a seat, Cooper.
and I'm gonna let you have my microphone.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So there's Coop on his stoop.
Yep.
Take it away, Cooper.
Hi, I'm Cooper from Kamloops, and do you have anything nice to say
About Kamloops,
about
right?
Kamloops.
about Kamloops?
Yeah, I love it here. I moved here about 12, 13 years ago now, I guess, and I love it. It's a great place. It's just the right size, and yeah, it's great.
Nice. How about you?
Well, when I grew up here, I didn't have very many nice things, but I grew up and learned to appreciate the town I grew up in, and I love it here. I love the mountains. I love how you can go biking, and there's so many different activities you can do. We have 4 seasons, and we have like totally friendly people, and we have a lot of new businesses coming up. Yeah, I'm starting to fall in love with it like more and more every day.
Lots of good stuff happening in Kamloops.
Yeah.
All right, now Cooper, here's the way we didn't talk about how to end your segment.
No, we
But I
didn't.
think you should look right in the camera, and you should say, "I'm Cooper, and this has been Coop on a Stoop."
I'm Cooper, and this has been Coop on a Stoop.
Amazing.
Woo!
Awesome.
Back to you, Ryan.
Nice, back to
Oh,
you.
I love that.
He watches the
So good.
Good job, Coop.
Good job.
So look out for Cooper this summer, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be pretty incapacitated. I might get him to do all the heavy lifting.
He seems pretty ready to rock and roll. That
It was
was
his idea to come on tonight. So
yeah.
Really?
Very
Super cool.
trying to keep it cool, but I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting your I think there's sometimes children are naturally disposed to hating whatever their parents are interested in.
Yeah.
I feel like that with my kid.
Well, Cooper and I, he told me today, we're best friends until infinity and beyond.
Oh,
So
doesn't get better than that.
forever.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Wow.
he is like a little mini me. I'm really blessed to have him. He's likes football like me, cheers for the same teams as me.
Cool.
He's into the same, like, we're into Marvel. We watch all that stuff
Nice.
together, and Star Wars, and now he wants to get involved with any kind of, like, creative stuff. I'm all about
Very
it.
cool.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
So, bouncing off of that as being, something down the road for, Ryan from Kamloops, do you have any thoughts as far as like how to expand the show, new,
Buddy, I got so many
sections to, sorry?
Get so many ideas.
Oh yeah. So like, to start with, do you feel locked in at that 15 minutes, or are you, maybe expand?
I think for now, I am. That's Instagram's limit.
Oh, okay.
15 minutes from what I've been uploading.
Yeah.
I figured that one out the hard way a few weeks ago because I went 15 minutes in like 7 seconds.
Oh,
And the upload was a real pain in my butt.
Instagram.
So that just gave me the 15 minutes
Positive,
as my.
Todd.
Right, sorry.
Well, it gave
Love you,
it. It
Instagram.
took that negative and it taught me something.
Yeah.
It taught me that. Okay, I didn't know how long the show should be, so now I know it's 15 minutes or less, and that's now what it's going to be for now. And then, like I don't know. I do have ideas, Todd. I would like to
Too many?
I like to think of myself as an idea man.
Yeah.
But I have no money to
That is
back
always
it
the
up.
problem, isn't it?
I have so many ideas. Like, I would love this show to be like Friday night, every Friday, live like we are,
Yeah.
and have it be on a stage somewhere, have an audience,
That would be cool.
have a couple of local guests. Like, we're a big city now, and we're going to keep getting bigger. Why not start something?
Would that then be like a new show? Because it feels like 15 minutes would be short for that kind
it
of
would be a longer one, for
Yeah.
sure. Like, you're going to have people come and be an audience.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You're going
No,
to have to entertain
they don't
them
want to
a
leave
bit.
after 15 minutes.
And hopefully you book some guests that people want to come see.
Yeah,
and
totally.
then I just feel there's so many local bands now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm so like, I don't know any of them, but I'm proud of all of them. I had some students of mine a couple years ago that, like, one was playing guitar, and I was like, why don't you go start a band?
Yeah.
Like, there were so many bands when I was a kid. Go start a band. And he did by the end of the year. And I was just like, yes, more of this.
Cool.
And so I see all these bands coming up now. And I had Dre from Loud Content's going to be on the show on Monday.
Oh, nice.
He's a young Kamloopsian. He's in his early 20s. And he's promoting all these concerts in his spare time. And I'm like, yes, more of that. So I know that I can have a band every week because I know that they're out there.
Yeah.
I just need a location. I need somebody to film it. I need an editor. I need so many things. I need people to help, I guess. And that's maybe part of Ryan from Kamloops, though, is I'm trying to find all the people that want to help out and do the same thing. And I think you guys are a great fit for that. Like, you guys are two people right off the bat that I would think of immediately. Like,
Well, it definitely sounds like something I'd be interested in helping with for sure. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got my live on the air commitment.
Oh.
So
As long as you keep feeding us pizza, we'll come hang.
there's more upstairs. Go get it. I'll send Cooper up with more if you want.
no,
So,
good.
one thing I want to mention is I've noticed that branding is really important to you. With, you kept kind of keeping us in line. Like, hey, we're positive here.
Yeah.
And so, are you really? Are you quite aware of what you put on social media because of that? Because it doesn't make sense to have, positivity on your show and then be like totally negative and mean on your personal social media.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I just can't do it.
So did you change your social media pages a bit? Like,
No, and that's
No.
it. That's part of it, though. Like I acknowledge my past.
Good.
I'm not running from it. Like I've not deleted one picture I've ever put on there. I don't care enough to. Like
I've deleted things.
it's in my past. It's like you can go by and you can see all the girlfriends I've ever had. I'm sure that since Facebook was a thing, if they've deleted me, that's whatever. I don't care. It's fine. That's my past. I own it, and I learn from it, and I move forward with it behind me.
Yeah.
But going forward, I am aware of it, and I'm aware that I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be that drunken idiot that I once was. I don't want to be Mr. Negativity. I want to be positive. So I hold myself accountable by being Ryan from Kamloops, by having the branding. So by having my other social media where it's my name, it's me.
Yeah.
I got to watch myself.
True.
But I think it's good. It's that accountability
Yeah.
part, right? I'm accountable now to Kamloops.
Yeah.
As well as myself, and that helps me.
I feel like we're sort of, we have to be responsible in that same way too. I mean, I feel that way on my Facebook page.
Sure.
I don't want
To a
to
certain
be
extent,
too
I think
vocal
everybody would, right?
either way, and just kind of learn to bite my tongue sometimes. And
But maybe that's something that more people should be doing just in general, right? Like, if you don't know something, it's okay not to know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to be screaming into the Facebook.
and if someone
about
has a
it.
different opinion than you, it doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. But sometimes
Nope.
it just seems that way.
Because
yeah.
we don't know, so we're afraid, and it's natural.
Yeah.
Again, first step, always the hardest. Always the hardest.
Yeah. Left foot or right foot? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just
Whichever one you
neither of them move, and you just fall forward on your face. Yeah, I feel like I was in a play once. This is not related at all, but I guess it is a little bit because it's about walking. And the guy who was directing me was he didn't like the way I was walking. He didn't think it was appropriate for the character. So
Like the way you
he didn't like the way I was walking. He thought it was the wrong kind of
I
walking
don't
for the
think your
character.
would walk that way.
And so we spent like 20 minutes of like, try walking like this, try walking like that, try walking like this, try walking like that. And he was finally like, okay, fine, just go back to walking how you were. And I couldn't remember how to walk like myself anymore.
Yeah.
We had spent so much time like micro-focused on my feet that I'm just like, I don't even know how to move naturally at this point.
What was your character? Why, like, were you like stood up or stuck up? I mean, or
I don't really remember. It might have been, it was in a play where I played a bunch of, like I played like 3 different characters and one of them was a narcoleptic. So it might have been, yeah, I broke my glasses on that production too because like I had to
You
like,
literally fell forward?
I had to, in the scene
Quit
I was a
doing that.
narcoleptic and like had to fall asleep onto the table. And I was very careful each night about like just landing in the right way. And then this one night I landed wrong. And I knew immediately that I landed wrong, and I knew my glasses were busted.
Please no glass shards in my eye. Please
No,
glass
although
shards
yes,
in my eye.
when I was in Seattle for the Filmapalooza,
You have glass shards in your eye, Todd?
no, but I did get like my broken the arm of my glasses got jammed right into the same scar I had from when the same thing happened to me in kindergarten. And I was in the United States, and like the people at the hotel, because this was like our first day there, and we're walking to go and get brunch, and one of my buddies goes in and is like getting like paper towels and stuff to clean me up, and they're like, the people at the front desk are like, "Do you want us to call an ambulance?" We're like, "No, we can't afford to deal with ambulance issues in the United States."
No.
Oh my God. So yeah, but it's apparently I only follow my glasses and nearly poke my eye out once every 45 years, so I'm good for a while.
Well, buddy, I don't know. I'm a big fan of glasses normally, but maybe for you,
Maybe for me,
contacts.
I feel like once every 45 years is not bad.
Well, maybe next time you're in a play or we're filming something,
Like
just consider it.
I'll be 96 next time
there's any of
the
this-
math is maybe. Maybe I'll need to get backup contacts in case I need to collide my face with props or
Kelsey
something.
and I will
like
remind
that.
you of this conversation.
Yeah, okay, I appreciate that.
I might not.
No, you want to see me suffer?
I just have some doubt.
Do you guys have any upcoming film projects you're working on?
No, yes, no, nothing worth naming.
Nothing you want to talk about right now?
We're similar to you. Like we have like a buttload of
All the
ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you want to? Are we going to do the 48-hour challenge again?
Very likely, yeah. The
Very
last,
likely.
Yeah, Todd was telling me about that before we went on air here.
yeah, the last couple of years we've done the 48-hour film project, which is basically it's a.
And how did that go, Todd?
Oh, funny you should ask, Kelsey. We won for our region last year, and we got to take our film to Filmapalooza in Seattle, where
good?
I fell on my face and stabbed myself with my glasses.
Pieces are being put together here, folks.
But it's a lot of fun. It's basically it's a challenge just to sort of see if you can build this film from start to finish.
How long are the films again?
They're 7 minutes or less.
7 or less in,
Yeah,
in
I think it's
48
4
hours.
to 7. Like you do have to have a certain amount.
And there's parameters they give you for that, right? Like you
Yeah,
have to have this certain character, this dialogue.
You draw a genre so that every film that's submitted in your region has a different genre, and then all of the films feature the same character, the same prop, and the same line of dialogue. So
But different genre.
everyone has a different genre.
And we had disaster film.
Yeah.
And it was nothing like a disaster because we won.
That's true. It was not a disaster
That's
at all.
really cool. So what are the rules like? This is maybe just for me, I'm asking. Like, is it just a 2-person team? How many were
You
on
can
the
have
team?
as many people as you can convince to help you.
How many do you guys have?
Not very many.
5.
And there was some teams that had like 20.
Well, let's listen right here, live on location. You got 6 this year.
Oh, right.
Oh.
My surgery, that's...
Okay.
I should be okay by then. by
September?
Cool. So, what would you like on short films? You kind of have to wear multiple hats. Are you willing?
Well, Kelsey, I've written 22 episodes of Hiwi TV, so I could help with some writing.
Yeah.
I also
Okay.
write Ryan from Kamloops every week,
Ooh.
so I could write.
I hear that's a good show.
You're writer actor.
I could act
Cool.
if I had to.
And
I
wrestle.
really want to act. No, wrestling, those days are over.
I don't think the back would hold up for that. Eh?
Right.
I was so mad because Justin Sider from Thrash Wrestling was on an episode a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
And they had an event in town, but I had something booked. Oh, no. And then they're actually here again
And you have something
the
else booked?
week after my surgery.
Oh, shit.
Or 2 weeks after my surgery.
Sorry,
a week or
Thomas.
2 weeks after my surgery, they're back. And he had asked me while we were here, like, would you think of doing something? And I was like, yeah, I would love to. Like, obviously, I couldn't do anything physical, and I won't be able to do it all again. So, spoiler, Justin, if you're seeing this.
What if you hook up your camera? Like it's like bird's eye view. Like so, you hook up your camera to the ceiling, and you're like in bed.
This might, I won't be
In bed.
Yeah, maybe upstairs when I'm in bed. Because I'm not
Yeah.
going to be down, and I won't be in the studio for
Yeah.
probably a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
The stairs.
Bring the studio to you.
Yeah, the laptop travels. I've got a little,
Bring your guests in bed. I think that'd be the funniest thing.
maybe if I just bring some, like, repeat friends that I know guests.
Yeah, isn't there like an interview show where people are interviewed in bed? And
Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
I can't think of who it
We,
is.
we
though.
could make the bed. I could just lay there on
yeah,
top of it. Right?
Ryan from bed.
Ryan from bed. Ryan and his bad back from bed.
Yeah. Yeah, so other than the 48, which I'm kind of addicted to now because it's a huge rush,
It sounds fun to me.
it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, but it's stressful too.
It is
To me,
stressful.
you know what it sounds like to me is like I played sports growing up too. It sounds to me like a tournament away from from town, where you get to like stay in a hotel and you get to have fun with your friends and you get to play games. Only for us, it would be like adults, and you're doing something that I think would be fun, or else I don't know why you'd be doing it.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's fun. It is stressful. We did so we went in September, and then there was another one called Yes We Can, because the best films from Filmapalooza go to the Cannes Film Festival. So that's one of the other reasons that the 48-hour film project is so exciting, is because it gives sort of average local small town filmmakers basically 2 steps away from a film screening at literally the biggest film festival in the world.
Yeah.
And so all of the top 3 teams from each region were invited to do another 48 in October for Yes We Can. That one, we didn't win, but
I'm sure we would have heard about that by now.
yeah. But it was still fun. But we lost like half of a day due to tech issues. I had been renting out my camera, and I didn't realize that the power cable running from my battery to the camera was getting damaged. And so when I go to film that day, I turn the camera on, and it only holds power for like 10 seconds at a time. And it's like,
That's
the fact that we were able to sort of bounce back,
after
find
half a day when it's only 48 hours.
Exactly. The benefit was that on the Yes We Can, we were allowed to deliver, I believe, at midnight rather
You
than
got a couple extra
7
hours.
Yeah, it's normally at 7 p.m. It's 7 to 7.
That was helpful to you then.
It was,
obviously.
yeah. But other than the 48, I don't have any exact. Maybe Kelsey does, any projects specifically in mind. Except I do know I want to try to do something that's not 48 related this year.
Yeah.
I would love to enter into the Kiss Fest,
Kiss Fest.
Next year. Yeah.
Yeah, Kiss Fest is one of the
Well, yeah, we were actually, Chris and I were going to be doing that, and he got the sickness a few weeks beforehand, so we weren't able to do it. But it would actually, again, we have a negative happen to us, and we flipped it.
Ooh.
So I think I talked to you a little bit
Alchemy.
about this at the Learn About Film event.
Maybe
That's where I met Todd the first time.
Yeah.
Oh.
IRL.
Yeah, lots of
We'd already been speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
But IRL
IRL
means in real life.
Right.
The
But I
young
thought it was
kids.
like
Do they still say that?
a term in computer.
Yeah, but you can use computer talk in real life, Kelsey,
Sure.
if you're a nerd.
WTF. You don't know that?
BRB.
Come on.
There you go.
BRB. What was I saying, Todd?
It's something that the positive that
the
you told me
kids.
about. Yeah.
So it was a negative that Chris got sick. We weren't able to make the short film. But then we thought, maybe there's more to these characters. We wrote some original characters, and we're basing this in Kamloops. So we want to try to have it be like a Kamloops adventure and have all kinds of different characters. And it's going to be like action, adventure, comedy.
Cool.
And we want to turn it into like a little web series. So like what we're doing right now only turned up with actual production and get actual other people to help us and film it here next summer.
Ooh.
Is the goal.
So like 2026 summer?
2026 summer, yeah.
Okay.
Well, not this summer.
I guess you're right.
I'm
Yeah.
booked this year.
Yeah.
So we're hoping for next year, but we also want to put in something for the KISS Festival as well.
Cool. Yeah, I have a character that I would like to
Revisit?
revisit. Yeah. How about you? Do you
Which
have
character is that?
Her name is Dee Dee Mega Doo Doo. She's very pretentious. She's an art dealer's girlfriend. She's terrible.
She was a supporting character in Atlas, which was the film that won the 48.
Oh, okay.
And actually, she got a big laugh in Seattle.
Nice. That's
So,
always fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something like it's tough to explain to people that like aren't theater kids. Or,
Oh, it's a weird high.
it's that like same like adrenaline rush I got playing football or whatever. Only if somebody laughs at something you created, it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
you totally understand like what comedians go up on stage for,
Right.
because that's a tough gig.
It is, yeah.
But if you get one laugh, you're probably happy when you go home.
Oh,
that
God,
night,
yeah.
right? Like,
Todd has done stand up. Have you done stand up?
no,
Would you?
I might do sit down.
Well, you're doing it now.
And you know what's funny about that joke and why I really had to say that joke is my mom used to make that joke.
Hi, Mom.
My mom's passed away. Yeah. Sorry. That's okay. No, she used to say to people all the time, because she would always say, "Oh, Ryan, you're so funny." And then I made a joke, I think, one time to her. They're like, "Mom, there's all these stand-up comedians. I think maybe I'll be a sit-down comedian." And then literally I'm like 30 years old, and I'll walk into a room, and I can hear the tail end of a conversation. Her and her girlfriend are sitting at the table. It's like, "Oh yeah, and then Ryan said that he wanted to be a sit-down comedian." And I walk in, I'm like, "What are you still telling that story for?"
That's your best joke you've ever had.
She's like, "Well, I still think you could do it." And so, who knows? One day, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have the comedy nights at the Effie, so.
Yeah, it's just tough stuff. My memory is not as what it used to be, and memorizing what you got to do.
Oh, you can
not
bring
getting
you can
flustered.
totally bring a cheat sheet with you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
they don't
maybe.
care.
Maybe.
I mean, if you're the headliner, it's probably frowned upon. But like the everybody else
Right.
is
Try your best.
is kind of it very much is, and it's I the few times that I've done it, it is a very encouraging crowd.
Yeah.
They're there to support you. They're there to laugh. They've had a few drinks, you
And
know.
some of them probably have done it themselves.
A lot of the people
or
there
are about to.
Yeah, a lot of people there are also, they've done it or they're about to do it, and they want to make sure that you feel encouraged. I don't think I've ever seen anyone.
Kelsey's in love with that.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone as easily distracted as Kelsey. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get like a really bad response from the stand-up comedy nights. It's again very much like sort of the way that Kiss Fest is great encouragement for sort of local filmmakers of any age to go out and like try filmmaking for the first time. Yeah. The comedy nights are a great opportunity for anyone who's ever kind of thought of doing stand-up comedy. Just go and give it a try in a supportive environment.
I thought about going there and asking them if they had a projector and if they wanted to look at all of our Huey TV and if they thought any of them were good enough to maybe just show it for 2 minutes in between comedians or something.
Right. Have you ever thought about because those could probably be submitted to Kiss Fest as well?
No, part of the rules is it can't be anything that's been published before.
Oh, okay.
We thought about that because we're like, we have like 22 of these things. We could just put any number.
Yeah. Well, I can't say specifics because it may not happen, but I know someone was talking about putting together an unrelated to Kiss Fest short film screening event where people could share their short films that maybe were a little longer than 5 minutes or had been, published somewhere before. So that's maybe something to keep your eye open for.
Ours are definitely under 5 minutes. We could probably put 2 of them
There you go.
in the 5-minute constraint there.
We could do one where like Archie is
10 minutes
actually
here.
A wizard.
He does have a wizard look, I think.
I think he has magical powers in his eyebrows.
Yeah, those are magical wizard eyebrows.
I have started last week. I have him sitting right where Kelsey is. He's got another bed that I bring down from upstairs. It's a banana bed.
Oh right, was
So
he
I've-
on the?
No, just sitting right here.
Oh,
And I had him there again today, and he just napped. I don't think he even moved once
you
today.
good boy.
He didn't know he was on camera.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite part about being in Kamloops, Archie?
Sniffing this microphone.
Do you go to? What's your favorite dog park? Does mom and dad take you to dog parks?
No. we go to like the airport walk, but
That's a nice one.
I walk around just around Brock on the street on the sidewalks. My back, like I actually said it this week. Spoiler alert for Monday's episode. We do the top 5 every week,
Yeah.
and so this week's the top 5 hiking trails.
Oh, nice.
in
That's a
Kamloops.
great one. Kamloops is really well known for
But
that sort of stuff.
I don't hike, and I mentioned that in the show. I'm
Right.
all about honesty in the show. Like I did the top 5 hot beverages right when we had the YKA Hot Chocolate Festival.
What was the winning beverage? I don't mean of the
Hot
of
chocolate was number 1.
Oh, okay.
Hot chocolate. I think I put coffee at number 5 because I don't drink it.
Right.
I was like, well, I'll put that.
So this is just your personal top
That was
5.
my
It's not
personal top
okay.
5. This one I asked Instagram to submit some, so I got some things back. So it's sort of based off of what they said. I picked number 1 was more just fun for me to say. So
Hot
Right.
chocolate. Yeah.
if you know this week's
This week.
the hiking trail.
Oh,
No, hot chocolate had to win the week I was doing the YK Hot Chocolate Festival.
I guess that's true.
It was rigged from the beginning.
It was
Tom.
rigged from the beginning.
Come on, buddy. It was rigged.
Do you have any like other favorites, or any future top 5s that you're thinking about? Maybe we can we can vote right
The
now.
weather's turned, so I'm actually going to go to top 5 Archie P spots on our walk. That's
Nice.
the one coming
that's
up.
a-
Love that.
Just for fun. I'm looking for more fun ones, right? So
Yeah.
I want some suggestions. I want some input. I want to hear you give me a fun topic, and I'll give you the top 5 that
Right.
of my my sort of point of view.
What inspires you to like think of ideas? You're the idea man, right? So what gets your brain kind of?
Well, when you've had as much time off as I've had with back injuries,
Yeah.
you're alone with your thoughts.
Right.
And even before that, I worked at Savinaw Specialty Plywood in a mill. And so I'm 12 hours a day with
Oh yeah.
earplugs in.
Mundane,
And
but
just
hard job.
on my own, in my own head, all day, every day. And so as my brain became clearer, my creative juices, I guess, started flowing again. And so it's nonstop. I've got a note section. My phone is full of just random thoughts I'll have as I'm walking the dog, and I've got a whole section on my Google Drive. It's just ideas, and I've got scripts that I've written, and
Sounds very much like me.
it's just a lot of things everywhere.
Yeah, I just don't put it in computers. My ideas.
You're old school. You like to write it all.
I like shove them in my ears.
See, that's just it. I'm on one medication right now for my back. It's really affecting my short-term memory. I can't remember anything, actually. I don't have it here, but I carry around like a diary.
But does it make you
Everywhere I
kind of creative? Some pills and
it's
medications
it's
make you?
more frustrating because I
Oh.
just will lose track of a thought mid-sentence sometimes. And
Oh.
even like mid-thought as I'm getting my phone out.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh no! And I'll even like be listening to a song, so I'll try to rewind it to be like, okay, I'll get back to the spot. And like, didn't help, no.
Oh, that's
But then like 2 days later, I'll be like, oh right, on a good day.
I've had ideas for jokes that I have lost between thinking of them and getting to the computer to open up my notepad and put them down. And I've also done that where I try to like get myself back to what I was reading or looking at. But it has worked sometimes, very rarely, but it has. Like I get back into where my brain was and it hits. Because like I don't get that where it comes back again 2-3 days later. If it's gone,
I'm lucky
It's
right
gone
now
forever.
that it's just rattling around up here somewheres.
I get inspired by like really bad movies, like so bad it's good, and then you kind of make satire from that. I love satire.
I think
I
you're
get
gonna like
inspired.
you're gonna like our idea. I think for the web series, I'm gonna find a role
Probably.
for you, Kelsey.
Cool.
We're gonna get
You
you.
mean
in there.
Dee Dee?
Well, maybe Dee Dee. I haven't written Dee Dee in there yet.
well, I did
You
start.
just gasped me for air?
Yes, exactly. I did start writing a script about Dee Dee Megadoodoo.
No way.
A sequel.
I did. Well, so it was.
We could do our own 48-hour challenge, and make.
We
This
could, yeah. No, this would be one that I would probably want to. It's more of a what do you call it? A mockumentary, and it's basically about the fact that Kelsey won't come out of character.
Which is, I mean,
I like that a lot.
It was basically built on the idea that she was so
But I
obsessed with like
can't-
kind of wanting to bring this character back, and she kept trying to jam it into like everything. Can we put Dee Dee in this? Can I do Dee Dee again? And yeah, so the script was basically I think it was called Overcommitted,
I like
the
it.
Dee Dee
That's it.
Megadoodoo story, and it was going to be like interviewing people from who worked on Atlas, like Dan, and being like, she just won't stop.
I'm still in love with him, but even though he's just played my boyfriend.
I say we do it.
Yeah.
That sounds phenomenal.
I started it. I
I'll
wrote
help
maybe
you with
half
that,
a page, so who
I'll help
knows?
you with that.
Excellent.
Because that might help me, honestly, because one of our ideas for the KISS Festival next year is a mockument.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, fun. But Todd created the name,
Of Dee Dee?
didn't you?
Well,
Well, you pulled it from.
yeah, I pulled it from
Different
internet infamy.
So that's where you get your inspiration.
I get my inspiration from everywhere. It's one of my favorite. So I spent a long time working in the newspaper industry,
Right.
and so I have a particular fascination for like journalism, like live television fails.
Yeah, me too. News bloopers.
This news bloopers. This is one of those ones where this woman was reading a news prompter about. Unfortunately, I think it was a police officer or a fire emergency response person who had passed away, and they just obliterated her name. It was Deirdre something, but she calls her Dee Dee Megadoodoo. And it was just like, it's so bad, but it's so funny.
So good.
And you just feel so bad for the person who butchered it like that on live TV.
And their family.
And their family. Like everything about it, it
Not
was
much
like,
coming back from that.
you just sort of punch out at the end of the day
Imagine, like, now you
and
gotta
disappear into the
You
wilds.
gotta go back to the newsroom tomorrow morning. Like,
You know, a lot of those bloopers
So,
you can come back from, but
Jim,
like,
did you really say? Did you make a doo on your last night? He's like, yeah, I did. All right, I said it. I said it. I didn't mean to.
so yes,
Couldn't read the teleprompter, man.
I did steal that name from a news blooper. That's you got it. That's the big reveal here. It's not my original creation, but the character is
character.
absolutely
The name you might have
the
borrowed.
name. But Kelsey
You borrowed the name.
Kelsey breathed life into it with the wig,
Right.
the outfit, the attitude. Yeah.
Well, we gotta see this film. Is that on?
We
YouTube
can
as
look it up before as soon as we're done streaming. We'll look it up and we can share it with you if you want to see it.
I'm a teeny bit like little character. It was all Dan.
I need to
What's
see it.
Dan's last name?
Ondang. Yeah.
Ondang.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
He is part of the Slips, the Freudian Slips.
Okay.
And I believe he runs the Freudian Slips as well. He's a fantastic
Probably
improviser, comedian, very talented fellow.
I gotta go see those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. It's
Their
really good
poster
stuff.
in my desk here.
How are we doing for time?
It's
Couple
almost-
minutes to spare.
It's almost time.
Nearly there.
I had a question.
Okay.
Besides us interviewing you, are there other people that have interviewed you recently?
Yes.
Who?
I was on Kamloops Now.
Oh, cool.
No way. Those are
With
like real.
Allie.
They won't talk to us.
Allie from Kamloops. She was on my show. I was on her show.
Cool.
I was on the Loopsers podcast.
Very cool.
Please go download the Loopsers podcast.
Yes.
So many good local people on there. I've listened to all the episodes. Actually, there's a new one I didn't listen to today. I can't remember who it is, but there's a new one out there today. So go check it out. I'm on there. Jess from the House of Misfit, who's on
Cool.
my show every week. She was on Campbell's Now as well.
Oh,
Very
nice.
good.
And she was on another episode of you guys' show, right?
Yeah, she's been on a couple times. Yeah.
Three.
Three times?
Yeah.
I gotta
And then
step my game up.
Actually, 4. We've shot with her 4 times in total.
I did
Really?
ask her to come here tonight.
Oh, that wasn't streaming though. That was
No, it
for
wasn't.
Kelsey Larns.
I did ask her to come here tonight, but she's been a little bit under the weather.
Yeah.
Wanted to take a little time for herself tonight, and I totally understand that.
Yeah,
If you're
fair enough.
watching, Jess, see you next week, buddy.
Get some kitty cat snuggles. I think you have a cat.
Who's to say? I can't remember.
Even if you don't have a cat, you can find kitty cat snuggles if you try hard enough.
Sure you could.
That's the moral of the story. If you try hard enough, kitty cat snuggles can be found.
Dogs are better though.
SPCA.
Not to be negative, but dogs are better.
Dogs are.
Oh,
Dogs are better.
I love dogs. I'm a cat person ultimately,
Oh, wow,
though.
okay.
Yeah, but I think like maybe I feel
I've just pictured you like part cat.
I'm part
Cat
cat
person.
Yeah, I'm a Leo, so
Oh.
I'm picturing with some cat ears right now.
I know.
I think for me, like it comes down to like what I would want in my home, and I can enjoy other people's dogs, but for me, I want like just a chill, standoffish kind of jerk roommate from a cat. That's what I want.
That's what honestly he is most of the time.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You're practically a cat.
People,
No, you're
people come
bizarre.
here, he barks at you for 2 minutes, and
Bark.
smells you, and
No.
then that's it.
No, he didn't. Actually, once the door was open, he didn't. He barked a little bit when I knocked, but once the door was open, it was fine.
No, he was all out of breath from barking at the pizza guy.
Been a rough day, has it?
Well, I tried to tell him to take it easy. I was like, they're not
Rough.
even here yet, Archie. That's
Rough.
just the pizza guy. Save some of your
Some
breath.
energy. Yeah. Do you have any
Sleep well
final
tonight.
final questions? Final thoughts? Final.
Kelsey, I think you should zip that up real quick.
Yeah, so we can have
Move
a.
over here a little bit and just go like this a little bit, and then like over here.
Yeah, but move away from the sign. There we go.
And then we'll see if your editor can sort of make your head float at some point, and then maybe even you can put it right up here,
Or not, I just
Oh
look
boy,
like
that'd be fun.
just for fun.
goofball.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions? I don't know. I have no more questions for you guys. I want to just keep working with you. I guess.
Okay.
I want to find some projects and work
Yeah.
on them with you guys.
I think-
I guess
Find
we're
more
all
creative
friends
people.
now.
Let's be friends and
Okay.
Yeah.
and find some creative projects.
And I'll try to be. I'm honestly never going to be as positive as you probably, but I'll try to keep my negativity to myself when I'm in your presence.
Well, here's the thing: when we're off the air, we're allowed to acknowledge and talk
okay.
about things that are real life things.
Okay.
But when we're on air, when we're on social media, let's try to be positive because there's enough negativity out there.
True.
That's just where I'm at, I guess.
Okay.
But
I'm
definitely talk.
I'm geographically someplace different.
I'm a realist.
I'm trying to be better though.
Like I'm a real life human being. I've got issues, right? Like I've got a bad back. I've had 6 back surgery. Both of my parents have passed away. I've got a bad story. I can complain.
Yeah.
I'm a normal person. I've got things I want to complain about too.
We're just men.
That's just what I do in my private life. I don't need to do
Have
it
you not seen that meme?
for the rest of the world anymore.
Oh, yes. We're just innocent men.
We're just innocent men.
Oh,
Oh, no,
are we?
What?
Are we?
Hopefully. Anyone you want to say hello or goodbye to before we go?
I don't know. We shouted out Loopser a bunch, but I'll do it again.
Yeah, Loopser.
I just think he's such a positive Kamloopsian. He's been so supportive. To
Get
me.
well, Jess.
Jess, as always, has been such a great
Down
help.
with your arm, Todd.
I was
Sorry.
waving, but you're
Jess,
right. That looked
Jess,
bad.
I've got to say, Jess from House of Misfit. I approached Jess out of nowhere.
She's a rock star.
Didn't know me. I met her.
Like you
through
scared
Nevin
her?
once.
She's like, ah!
No, Nevin introduced me, and then I came back by myself like a week later, and I said, "Hey, this is my idea for the show. Would you like to do the music segment of it?" And she said, "Yep."
Cool.
And
Great
I've
choice,
been
too.
on for 11 weeks now,
Nice.
and I honestly, at this point, I couldn't do without her. She's the best.
So you choose to collaborate with people that have the same kind of values and morals as
100%.
you, and yeah,
100%. And I think that's something honestly that Nevin's taught me is like reach out, but you gotta also protect yourself and make sure that you're working with like people. And
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
that's just safe advice for anybody, right? Work with the
True.
people that you want to work with, that you get along with, and it'll probably make your life a lot happier.
Yeah, totally. Then if you're working with people who bug you all the time.
I promise. Like these last 11 weeks have been.
Bye. I think it's time to go now.
Let's not end on a negative note, Kelsey.
We're just acting again. That's how good we are. All right. Then I guess we'll say goodbye.
Do you want to say hi to your fiance upstairs?
Yeah, if Carrie's watching.
Hi, Carrie.
I love you so much.
Hi.
Thanks for all your
Aw.
support. No, we should end the show like I end my show.
Yes.
Oh,
Until next time.
stay fit
Look-
and have fun.
No, we say look for the positivity in your life. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
And also look for the positivity in your life.
And kids are the future.
Yes.
And golden retrievers are cool.
Archie's better.
Goodbye.